welcome back to Gapey's greenhouse. A lot has changed in the greenhouse since the last update. All the peppers have been taken out and we have all of the greens planted for the winter. So let me show you what we have here. We've got a few different varieties of mustard. Or sorry, this is actually spinach. We've got some baby's leaf here, and then we've got some Bloomsdale back there, and then a new one I'm trying this year is called Regiment. I think I got that from a seed swap. So we've got a few of those there. And then we have some kale, and this kale I actually planted when the peppers were still in here, so that's why you could tell it's a little bit bigger than a lot of the other stuff that's in here. And also this parsley, this was planted quite a while back, so it's pretty big right now. And then I planted some tatsoi back here, and I think that over there is Swiss chard. And then we've got a couple varieties of kale. This one is a triple curled kale. So curled kale is one of my favorite varieties, so I've got 3 of those. And then I have this one here, that is the Bare Necessities kale. So when it gets a little bit bigger, the leaves will be a little bit more frilly. You can see they're starting to get frilly here. This one is a lot more frilly, but we'll see how that starts looking in a couple months. And then we've got some pak choi, and the pak choi isn't doing super great. You can see this one, the leaves are kind of curling. I don't know if it's because of the cold weather we've had, but the leaves are a little bit soft and not very firm, so I'm not sure what's going on there. The other ones don't look quite as bad as that one. They're still looking pretty good, but they still have some growing to go before I harvest these. And then we've got a few more Swiss chards back here, and this is a neon mix variety. So there's a couple different colors of Swiss chard back here, but they're still pretty small, not close to being ready to harvest. You might have to wait till spring for those to get big enough. And then we have some arugula, and this is the Wasabi arugula, so it's also still pretty small. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 little plants of that. And then I'm not sure if this was a good idea or not, but I planted some radishes last week, and the daikon radish is, you can see it's starting to come up. It might be too cold for it, I don't know, but we'll see what happens. And then I've got some watermelon radish, and it's not coming up yet. And then I've also got a white icicle radish, and I don't see any coming up on that either, and it looks like it might need some watering there. And then we got a few more parsley plants here and some more tatsoi. We've got just tatsoi kind of mixed in with the mustard back here. I've got 2 different varieties of giant mustard. We've got the red giant mustard, which gets some really nice purpley leaves, and then we've got just the regular green giant mustard there. So I've got, I think, 3 of each of those. And then in this pile of leaves here, I've got the Tumeric. So Tumeric doesn't like it too cold, so I piled it up with leaves to see if I can hopefully insulate it over the winter, and hopefully it'll come back next year. You can see a little bit of green in there from it, but it's probably gonna die back this winter, and we'll see what happens with it next year. But I think that's about it. Oh, we also have these are some starts that I have of, what is it? Some kind of a berry, elderberry. I don't remember which variety it is, but I got those from my neighbor's brother. So I'm gonna plant those out in the front yard and see if they'll make it next year. Anyway, that's all we have going on in the greenhouse. Thanks for watching, and I'll give another update in a few weeks.